things to do here on ManyChat. Hi, everybody. Welcome, my friends, Miss Mary and Miss Joyce.
How are you guys doing? I'm excited to be here.
Everybody. We're going to have so much fun today.
Is this shareable?
Say that again.
Is it shareable?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to grab that link and I'll send it to you in a message. For sure it is shareable. Thank you for asking that. Hey, yeah, so let me grab that for you. Welcome, everybody. Please say hi when you jump on. This is so fun. This is a unique webinar for us. We are doing a webinar all about how to increase your algorithms as a boutique owner. Now, you don't have to be a boutique owner to get something out of this. If you've just thought about it, you don't have to have a boutique yet, anything like that. But we're going to talk about how to get more sales, more people on your lives, more followers, all the things. And I've been working with Miss Mary and Miss Joyce. So they both have some good ideas and kind of have some input on what I've been able to help them with. So that's what we're going to be sharing today. So make sure you tell us where you're from, first of all, and comment if you have a boutique. I would love to go look at your page. Okay. So please, please, please put your link. Links are absolutely welcome. I have no idea why people get a little weird about no links. I'm like, why would you help a person out? Anyway, yes, you are absolutely welcome to share links. Okay. Now, if you comment #holiday, you're going to get my freebies, lots of fun questions that'll keep your engagement up. On top of that, you're going to get the links to Mary's and Joyce's Facebook page, so you can see their awesome boutiques and some of the fun things that they do, some of the fun things they carry, and you can go check their pages out. So what you need to do is comment #holiday. Oh, let me put those instructions up. Dun, 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 dun. We lost Joyce, but I'm sure she'll be back in a hot second. God bless technology. Kind of gives us a bad time every now and then. Yeah, how's everybody doing? Hey, Wendy. Hey, Larry. Hey, Rose. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Lula. Hey, Lane. How you doing? Hey, Miss Nancy. Hey, Tabby. Hello, 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 my friends. We are going to have a heap load of fun today.
Look at all the engagement. Awesome. Let's see.
Okay. Hello, ladies and gents. Hey, Joanne. Hey, Alberta. Hey, Luana. Hello, hello. It shows Joyce there, but kind of not. How's everybody doing? Hey, Larissa. I like that name. Hey, Fonda. Hey, Dawn. How we doing? Cute name or business page. I love it, Lula. Lala. I'm so sorry. I get nervous and I'm better with numbers than letters, and I'm so sorry if I ever say things wrong. Hey, Miss Tabby, how we doing? Hello, hello. There's my girl Joyce.
She's back.
All right.
I don't know why it's freezing my phone on my end.
Shoot. And it just froze again. Let me think here. Okay, I'm going to have Mary introduce herself. Mary, what I want you to tell them is where you're from. Tell them the name of your boutique. And remember, if you comment #holiday, you're going to get a link to her business page. So you can go check that out. Tell them about some of the things you choose to sell. And yeah, and anything else you'd like to tell them. Go for it, girl.
Welcome, everyone. I see some of my some familiar faces in the comments. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. My name is Mary Buchanan Austin. I'm the CEO of Austin Angels Boutique. I live in Brooklyn. Well, I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, so I will always say that's where I'm from, but I currently live in Queens. I'm so excited to be a retail boutique owner. Some of my favorite products, I'm going to tell you right now, being a retail boutique owner is amazing because you have the flexibility, the freedom, and the fun to literally sell whatever you want. So everything that I have on is from my boutique. I have no limit. So like my hats are like some of my favorite. I'm known to like wear these big dramatic hats. I love accessories. I have a deep passion for it. So that's something that I specialize in. I also have purses and clothing and health and wellness. And I have kids products. I have everything. I have stuff for men. And we are constantly expanding. So I would say clothing, accessories, purses, and hats right now are like my favorite things that I have in my boutique.
You do hats so well. Oh my gosh.
Thank
so cute.
you. I promise I'm sending you one.
So when I went to England, I don't know if I told you this. When I went to England, we were there and it was like a fluke. I didn't even know much about the sparkle thing. Anyway, when Meghan married, the prince over there. Anyway, I happened to be there during that. And we went and toured this castle the day that they were having that. And they had like champagne and caviar. And I didn't drink the champagne, but they gave me some orange juice and this cute little glass. But I bought a hat. I bought one of those England proper. Anyway, it's pink. It's so cute. And then when I visited South Carolina, we bought hats there. Anyway, I love hats from different places. Like, it's so fun. I love hats. I'm like, why don't we wear hats more often? Even men with hats.
Right, absolutely. It's so expressive.
So handsome. Yeah, super, super, super fun. I love it. She's got impeccable taste. You really got to check out her page because she has a lot of fun things on her page. Really, really cute. Okay, Miss Joyce, I see you moving. You're not frozen. We'll see what happens. So Joyce is
okay. So I can't hear you. No ears.
You can't hear? It turned up. Now she froze again.
Oh, Joyce.
Shoot.
Maybe it's the Wi-Fi, Joyce.
It's going to kick her off again. Ding, ding, ding. I know it's going to pop her off again. Okay, so we'll talk about a couple things. So I'm curious, how many of you have boutiques? Because the comments have scrolled up pretty fast. Could you just comment boutique for me? And you're welcome to put the link to your business page again. I just know the comments have scrolled up, and so I just want to shout you out because I love it. I love to see what y'all are doing. Now, Mary, what made you decide to start a boutique?
Okay, so I'm gonna give you my story in 5 minutes or less.
Okay.
I first launched a boutique back in 2017, and it was a full online boutique. It had clothing, accessories, even furniture, tons of stuff. And then I was making handmade jewelry, and I was having fun doing that. I really love to explore different things. And then I decided to take a break from that. And fast forward a couple of years later, I started to miss the fun and the thrill of having a boutique, the creative control to decide what I'm going to sell, to determine my profit margins, to work with a variety of vendors and manufacturers and distributors. And it, for me, it just became a no-brainer. I knew that it would open up so many doors, and it will be really, really limitless to, the ceilings, breaking through ceilings. So I said, you know what, I'm going to refocus back on my boutique. And I launched in June, and it was an amazing, successful launch. And it's just been up and up and up, and as we say, up and stuck since then. So I'm so excited.
I love it. I love it.
Yep.
Okay, Miss Joyce. Oh, it's like she froze again. I'm going to tell you.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
I'm here. I can hear you finally.
Okay, awesome.
But I think my video's.
Keep talking.
Okay. I think my video is frozen, but
that's okay. Go ahead and tell us about. Tell us about Tangled Boutique. Now. Awesome. Go ahead and tell us about Tangled Boutique real quick.
Okay. All right. So Tangled Boutique is my business, my personal business that I started after. I have no sound now. Don't have sound
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. All right.
I'll tell you
this again. I don't know what's going on with my my Wi-Fi is great. My signal is awful.
Oh gosh.
Okay, let me try this again. So I started Tangled Boutique after I was no longer with Paparazzi Jewelry. I was with Paparazzi for about 2.5 years. And I got canceled. I'm not going to go through all of that, but I decided that as soon as I got canceled, I decided that I could actually do this business without actually having to be with an MLM or any other company, that I could actually start my own business. So that's the reason why I started Tangled Boutique, and my logo and everything it's jewelry and accessories. So I actually sell a lot of things besides the accessories that go along with your jewelry or with jewelry.
Oh man,
shoot.
She tried her best.
So I love this. So Joyce had a following. She had a great business where she was going live selling products with an MLM company. And then she decided to do a boutique. Okay. And it's been so fun to watch her. So I've been a part of her journey for a while. She started she was selling jewelry. So she started finding jewelry. And then she started finding things like little bags and purses and scarves. I'm 90% sure she doesn't do a lot of clothing. She does a lot of nail wraps. So she really chooses to do things that are more a one size fits all. And that's one of the things, there's several things to consider when you're doing a boutique, from what you're going to carry. Is there going to be sizes in different colors? Do you want to do one size fits all? Do you want to only do fashion accessories? Do you want to branch out into home accessories? Like, you guys, it's limitless. You just need to be wise about it and really fill out your audience so you don't buy stuff and then, end up with inventory you can't sell. But so she just added kind of one thing at a time and kept kind of testing her audience to see what they would like. And it's been so much fun working with her. One of our fun success stories, hopefully she'll be able to tell, but she had a whole line of necklaces that had these beautiful crosses on them. And I help her run. Now, I want to note this. I've worked with these two ladies with their organic reach, meaning how many people can we get in front of without paying anything to Facebook? Okay.
Right.
And we've done great things with organic reach. But then we've also worked together with kind of fine tuning and okay, if we do some ads, what can we do? We spend a little bit at a time, huh, Mary? We don't go crazy. And we don't go crazy. So we found an audience that was interested in cross necklaces, and she got a whole bunch of new followers from that, all from just putting her cross necklaces as a post and doing the ad to that. And so it's just been fun to see both of these ladies expand their audiences and really see, because they have very different inventories, very different customer bases. But no matter what you're carrying, no matter what the age or demographics of your customer is, you still need to know how to get in front of them, right? Okay.
Absolutely.
So that's what we're going to focus on is organic reach today. If you're a boutique that's doing $4,000 or $5,000 a month and you want to talk about ads, go ahead and message me. Say, this is my boutique. This is how much I'm doing. I wonder if ads can help me take it to the next level. But we're going to focus on things you can do for free today. Yes. Okay. Because there's always ways to boost your algorithms. Okay. How many of you? So I really want to know from all of you, because I'm curious, on a scale of 1 to 10, tell me how confident you feel in understanding and boosting your own algorithm. 10 being like, I know exactly what to do to boost my algorithm. I can nail this. 1 being like, I don't even know what the word algorithm means. Most of you are probably somewhere in between there, probably 5 or 6. I doubt that you, anyway, so in case you don't know what an algorithm is, all an algorithm is Facebook saying, Facebook's goal is that you help people want to be on Facebook, okay? They measure that by comments, by how many people watch your lives, by people that engage with your stories, all those kind of things, okay? Y'all know the more engagement you get, the more Facebook shows your content, okay? So we have a lot of tips on helping you get more comments, more views, it in front of more people, okay? And that's our goal, is to help you with that. I always feel bad when people think that they've got to pay Facebook to get in front of people.
Right.
There can be some perks to that, but there's a lot of things you can do and a lot of sales you can do without ads too. Okay. All right. So Tracy says 7. Tashara says 5. 1. Oh, goodness, girl. So hopefully you know a little bit more about what an algorithm is. Facebook's always, and there's no place to go see it. Facebook's basically like measuring you. Oh, she got some more comments, and they kind of lift you up. Oh, she didn't get any comments. They go down. Oh, look, she got a bunch of comments 3 days in a row. There's kind of the sliding scale as to how much Facebook's going to share your content based on how much you're doing back and forth engagement. Okay. So those are the kind of things that we're going to talk about today. And it's really, really fun what you can do, and kind of mind-blowing, just a couple quick tricks that we can do. Hello. So we've got 6s, 5, 9. Yes, I love to hear that. Good job. Okay. So lots of different numbers there. So I know algorithms can feel a little frustrating, but it doesn't have to. I promise. It really doesn't have to. And there are a lot of fun things you can do. Okay. So Miss Mary, tell them a little bit. Sorry, excuse me 1 second. Tell them a little bit why you decided to start working with me and where you were at in your business.
Okay, so when I launched in June, we had an amazing, successful launch. And one thing is, I know my strengths and I know the areas that I need to work on. So I'm amazing at branding, making my own content and stuff like that. But you will notice as business owners, and I'm pretty sure a majority of you who are watching are experiencing this. It doesn't matter how much you're putting into your business or your timeline or your personal profile versus your business page, you might feel like you have reached a ceiling, right? You're not getting enough engagement. You're not growing your customer base. Your sales are like kind of just like peaking and plateauing. So then you start to realize, okay, I need to partner with someone that specializes in these areas. And one thing about Michelle, she doesn't give herself enough credit. She's amazing. She's a genius. She absolutely knows what she's doing. Okay. So I know that she definitely helps you to grow your engagement in your timeline, increase your customer reach organically and through paid ads and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, I said it's a no-brainer. Let's partner. I've worked with Michelle before in the past with, her company with other things. And I'm like, she is my go-to person. Like when I'm like, listen, when you need that lifeline, Michelle is that lifeline for me. So once we started working together again, I was very clear on what areas I need help in. I'm like, listen, I know I'm great at this and this and that. This is what I need. And then we came up with a plan, and she works with you in the most amazing way and gives you a real plan to follow, and you see results instantly. And as long as you're applying Okay, you have to apply what she's suggesting, and you have to be consistent with it. You are going to start to see improvements. I can tell you personally. Are we talking about ManyChat yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, but go ahead. I can tell you that. Go ahead, because you know me, Michelle. I'll
You
keep
can
going.
tell them that we've used ManyChat. Those that are doing, you know, a couple thousand a month in your sales in your boutique. So when she tells you about ManyChat, if you want to message us and we can discuss if it's a good fit for you. I'm going to tell you, if you're in a boutique that's doing less than 1,000 a month, we want you to focus on organic reach first. But go ahead, Mary.
Right. So organically, the things that we worked on is just being consistent, showing up, and treating your timeline kind of with respect. Like the people that are watching you, make sure that you're engaging with them, you're talking, you're asking questions, make sure that you're adding value. You're not just like pumping your products all day long. And I know that sometimes we're busy. A lot of us as entrepreneurs, this is just one aspect of our life. We have full-time careers, we have a family, we have children, and we don't have the time to sit there and develop like a whole plan every day. So sometimes we just resort to what's easiest, and it's just like, let me just drown my timeline in products, and you will notice that you're not going to get any authentic engagement with that. So we do like to focus on making sure you get in front of the camera, you're talking to people. Posting a selfie with you wearing your product is always going to yield better results than you just posting a stock photo. Your customers do want to see you. You want to go live, if you're into like selling live and stuff like that, or you want to do pop-up shops consistently. There's many ways that we work our businesses, and it's not a one size fit all for everyone. But organic reach is something that you absolutely have control of. It's something that you control of until you're at the point where you're making enough sales where you can start to tap into like paid advertisement. You want to say, I'm doing everything in my power to make sure that I'm making I'm adding value to my timeline. I'm speaking to my customers. They're getting to know me, right? Like, make
Right.
sure they get to know you, right? You don't want to just seem like a robot all day. They should know that you have a family, or what type of job you have, what type of food you like, where you travel. So these are some things that you want to work on every day.
Love it. And one of the first things that we teach people is what goes around comes around. So if you guys haven't heard me talk about this yet, seriously, this will blow your mind. Okay. If you're doing some business on your personal profile and sharing your lives over there, this is like the first thing you want to do. Seriously, if you feel like your algorithms are kind of down, like really listen to this advice because it will blow your mind. The first thing you want to do is every day go to stories. And when you go to stories and you click on one, the first thing at the bottom, let me go to them. Okay. So the first thing we're going to see down here is this little bar, and it says message, send message. You want to click on that story, and you just want to go through here, and you're going to get into ads, and they're about every 5 stories. Don't worry about it. Okay. Just click the bottom here and reply. You want to do 25 a day. And I'm telling you, you do that for 7 days and then share your live from your business page to your personal profile. I've seen over and over and over again, people double their numbers, especially if they're in that 10, 12 range, and go from 10 to 12 to 20, 25, up to 30 by doing this for 7 to 10 days. It's mind-blowing. Now, when they reply back to you, you need to reply back to them. The more back and forth conversation you have, the more Facebook likes you. I'm just going to tell you. Okay. It is amazing. And we're going to tell you about our $19, it's amazing, $19 14-day challenge. In that, it's going to help you know what to hit send a message. Because whether it's just a motivational quote, or it is their kids doing something, or it's something sad that happened, they're asking for prayers, I'm going to tell you what to say, so you're more likely to get a response back, and then Facebook will like you even more and help you out. Okay. But it is easy peasy, and it's really amazing what happens. I do just want to thank you so much, Elaine. I'm so glad to see you. Thank you so much, Dawn. And for some reason, it says Facebook user. Michelle's a bomb. Thank you so much. I think I know. Facebook isn't showing me your name right this second. I don't know why, but love all you ladies. Joyce, you're not frozen. You're here. Go ahead and talk. Let me see if I hear you. Oh, I muted you. Hang on, because I heard some backfeed. Try again. Go ahead,
was that?
Joyce. Yeah, go ahead and talk.
What do you want me to say?
Okay. First of all, we're just making sure it's working.
Yay, it's working.
God bless technology, right? We all have love-hate relationships with technology, with social media, all the things. All the things. All right. Joyce, I would love for you to tell them a little bit about what you're carrying, what you choose to carry in your boutique, and why you love doing this on social media.
Well, the social media that I use 95% of the time is Facebook, obviously. It's easier for me. I didn't start using Facebook until probably about 10 or 11 years ago. I was pretty late. I was bucking the system and not wanting to get into it. But I've been on Facebook, and I'm always on Facebook. So as far as my boutique goes, I created a business page. I have my personal timeline. I have a VIP group. I don't use the VIP group too awful much anymore since leaving paparazzi, but I do keep it active. I have a messenger group that I use the messenger group that I created for customers that want to be in this group. It's a positive, uplifting group. I don't allow any negativity in that group. We just we have life issues. We, kind of uplift each other, share our success stories and things like that, or, our illnesses and pray for each other, that type thing. So social media for my business, I have to say that because I wasn't really that familiar with Facebook except for posting items. One time when one of my uplines, when I was in paparazzi, she was a guest, I think, on one of Michelle's, we were doing this type thing. And then I thought, well, I need some help. And so I took her social media 101 class, and it made a humongous difference. My viewers were so low. I mean, like maybe less than 15 typically. I don't have very high viewership, but it's not about the viewers, it's about the sales. So I have high sales, even though I have a lower priced product. And I have, I would consider what I consider a medium-based viewership. I'm average 45 or 50 viewers alive. So I use Facebook. I probably, in answering your question, Michelle, that you had, on a scale of 1 to 10, even though I have taken, I think, every class that you have ever had to help my business, I still feel like I'm maybe a 6 on that scale. And I always am learning. There's always new things happening with the program, and you're always coming up with new ways of training. And I can always learn. And I know that, you can be told one thing, and then, it's so overwhelming, the information that you get, and you totally forget that, oh, I forgot I could do that. But, I go and I do the heart or the care or the wow button on anybody that has a post that comes across my timeline or on my page itself. Every single comment I make, I do the heart emoji. I try to do it after my lives, but on my lives I have about 1,000 comments, so it's kind of hard to go back through all my lives. I comment on my engagement posts. I'm not a daily engagement poster. My life is busy. I don't just do my boutique, even though my boutique is pretty full time. I'm an accountant too. I have my own personal business with my accounting, and then now as I moved to California, I have my grandson that I babysit 1 day a week. So I try to keep as busy as I can. I'm on my phone a lot, which is annoying to my family at times. But that's really the only thing I use. I use Instagram very little. I use TikTok very little, and I haven't used it for my businesses at all. And I have Snapchat, and I'm just now learning how to do that. So I don't know if I answered your question, but that's kind of what I use. My boutique, I feel, is very successful for me, and in this time of my life. And I'm very happy with the sales dollars that I have. So I'm not concerned with viewers too much because
Yeah.
I have repeat customers. I have new customers coming in on a monthly, weekly basis. I go live 3 days a week. I'm live at least 4 hours every time I go live. I show new 1 day a week. I show current inventory, taking requests the other couple of days a week. And taking requests is a big thing because you don't just show something that you think somebody's going to want to see. Ask them what they want to see, and you're going to be more successful. So
That's a really great
Facebook
system.
is pretty much
They
my
know what
only
to
social media.
expect. Each day, the 3 days she does go live, they each kind of have a little bit of a theme or a system. It's not like all things red, but I mean, like, yeah, she just go follow her page. You'll kind of see how it works. Do you mind telling them a little bit about some of your favorite products to carry? Because I know Mary does more clothes, but I feel like you do more one size fits all instead of trying to do sizes. What one size fits all things do you carry?
Yeah. Well, jewelry, obviously necklaces, bracelets, earrings, rings, scarves. I carry scarves. My ladies love my scarves. Tote bags and cosmetic bags. Cosmetic bags, especially, are very popular with my crew. And pardon me, I've been sick.
Sure.
1 second.
No, you're okay.
Are
you still doing nail wraps?
Oh my goodness. Nail strips, like the Color Street style nail strips. I get those. I sell a lot of that. The rings have become even more popular than they were in the beginning. Those are sized items, and they're very difficult to find. And I have some beautiful rings. I have tried other things like caps. Pardon me. Caps, not really hats, but like baseball style caps, blingy caps. Wax melts. I've tried different things with a little bit of home decor, wax melts, wax burners. Sorry.
You're okay. You're totally okay. Why don't you take a break for a minute? Go ahead and take a break for a minute. I'm going to mute you, get a drink. And I know it's really hard when you've had a cold. It's like you get talking and then it gets the best of you. Bless your heart. Everybody send love to Joyce and lots of love, healing vibes. Okay. So it's so fun, you guys, what you can do. I love the potential of boutiques because one of the great things is you can go find stuff, post a picture of it, and just ask your audience what their interest is in it. And that's another reason it's so important to have your algorithms high, is if they don't see that post and then vote, and give you some feedback, you're not going to know what to purchase. So those kind of things are really, really important too. So let me restate. There were some questions about what I said about the stories. Okay. So let me give you a little bit more of an explanation. And like I said, we have a challenge coming up that you can participate in. You'll get lots more explanation. What you're going to do is you're open your phone. So what goes around comes around. What we're doing is we are messaging people so that when we message people, when Facebook's like, well, if they had a back and forth engagement, so if I go and message 25 people and then I do a post, okay, and then I do a post, or sorry, a story or a post for that matter, what will happen is Facebook will show my story, my post to more people, especially the people that I messaged, okay, on their story. So you do not know. The message you send is just, I like your haircut, your daughter's Christmas dress is adorable. It's nothing about business. But then when you post about your products, and it doesn't matter what you sell, from a boutique to if you're a makeup company or you sell kitchen gadgets, it doesn't matter what you sell, okay? Whatever you're posting, or you're just sharing your own personal life, which you should do at least half of that, then those posts are going to be seen and shown by Facebook a lot more. Okay. It is so, 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 so important to realize that it's when that little thing starts happening in your brain that says, nobody wants to comment on your stuff. It just, this isn't working. Facebook hates you. Like, I hate when I hear people say those things. Facebook doesn't have a soul. It's not a person. It doesn't hate you. Okay. First of all. Second of all, you have power to control how many more people see your stuff, all by loving on other people. So instead of thinking, what should I post to get more people to see this? What you need to think is, hey, when was the last time I sat down and replied to a bunch of stories? When was the last time I commented on post? So you want to reply to post with either a compliment or a question. So they're more likely to reply back. And always hit the heart, the laugh, the wow, the care instead of the thumbs up. It gets twice as much weight. So those kind of things are really fun. And so anything you start to do, whether it's your lives, your stories, your posts, reels, any of those things will begin to be seen more when you have loved on other people. Okay. So what I'm telling you is that Facebook has a hierarchy. The first thing is messages. Now, I am not saying send cold messages. Heck no, 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 never, never. Don't do that. Okay. What I'm saying is when you go to stories and you message at the bottom, that sends a message. Facebook loves that. That's number one. Number two is when you're commenting on post. Number three is when you're watching some of their video or live. Number four is heart, wow, any of those on a post or a story. And then the last one is thumbs up. Okay. That is so the best thing to do is to send messages, but you're not sending them about your business. No, 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 no. Okay. You're just loving on them and you're saying what's important to you is important to me. If they took a picture of their Christmas tree, I love your Christmas tree. Why did they post that? Because it's nice when people say, oh, your tree turned out cute. Okay. People buy from those they know, like, and trust. And you're showing that you care about them. You're building that trust. And then they'll be more likely to talk to you about the items that you have for sale. Okay. Did that clarify things? So one of the things I want to teach you, everybody hit the heart if that was helpful. Okay. Showers with love, ladies. Hit that heart down below. Okay. Teach your guests on your lives to hit the heart, because Facebook will show it to more people because the heart has more weight than the thumbs up. Okay. And if that clarified what I meant by show love, and then when you post, you're going to get more comments, I want you to say clear. That is, it's making more sense now. All right. Okay. So Joyce, you okay? I'm going to come back to you for a hot minute. Okay. I'm going to mute you. So tell them a little bit, if you can think of any examples about, I know when we did the cross necklaces, but what are some things we've done to help yourselves, help your viewers? What are some things that you and I have worked on together that's been helpful to increasing your sales?
Okay. First of all, besides the classes that I've taken with Michelle, I've also done a one-on-one coaching with her. And with the move that I've made and everything, I do plan to pick that back up. So we have done, oh my goodness, we've done just engagements. We've done, we've actually done Facebook ads, the ManyChat program, huge difference using the ManyChat program in my business. When that kicked in, it just kept everybody that was ever engaged on any of my lives or on any posts on my pages or my timeline. They are still in that ManyChat program. So I have several hundred people in that ManyChat program. So that everything, I'm still in their face when I send message. When I say I'm going to go live, I'm still in their face. If they want to join in, they can join in. If they don't have to. But Michelle and I have worked on engagement, reaching more people, not actually getting more sales. Okay.
Yeah.
So new customers coming in, but it's not necessarily new customers. It's just having people to just kind of hop on, and then they might share their live, and then I'll get usually get about 2 to 3 new customers a week when I'm working actively with Michelle. That's really huge because, but I do carry, because I do carry a variety of items, like she had mentioned the cross necklaces. I have tons of cross necklaces, or cross bracelets, cross earrings, cross style jewelry. So we were able to focus on a certain demographic. And then we did a scarf one, or we did some like set stuff with scarves and purses with some jewelry matching to that. We did something like that as well. So I'm just trying to let people see the kind of product that I do carry and the quality of that product. And then also in trying to, say, well, maybe they'd be interested, and then it brings them in on my live. It's been totally worth the investment. I do have more sales and obviously more engagement when I'm running those types of ads or engagement posts than when I'm not. But I still have a very, very comfortable income with even not doing that. But I like to do that because it just keeps a variety of people popping on, or even if they don't stay for a while, they'll say, hey, I'm new, I saw your post, I love your stuff, or the engagement just on that post itself. Even if they didn't buy anything, they would just comment how beautiful or whatever. I had hundreds of comments, and I might have only sold a few pieces to people that had never bought before, which was fine, because that engagement is what I want to keep up. I want to be in that section on Facebook when it says here recommended. I want to be my first video, that one of my first 5 videos that pop up there. And when I ask people how they find me, even now, they'll say, oh, well, I searched Facebook, you were right there. So that's what I want. That's what I want when I'm live. I want to be right there. All right, I lost Sam.
Sorry, I muted myself so it would be listening to echo. One of the strengths I love about Joyce, so we teach you to do things like, okay, it's after Christmas. Is your tree still up, or when does it go down? And we have lots of fun engagement things like that. But when you get in a role and you're commenting on your friend's post about their Christmas, about their snow, about anything, whatever they've posted about, as Joyce, these are the 2 things I've lived through with Joyce. I've watched her grandson grow from a baby to where he is now. And he's this cute little, big boy, he's a sweet, sweet kid. And also her move. We knew when she was boxing her bathroom. We knew when she was, when things were struggling. And people are cheering her on and supporting her because she's always cheering somebody else on. It is so much what goes around comes around. There isn't a what can I post and check out and not be there, and you expect for it to work. Now, I will say, I do not believe you need to be on your phone 24/7 in any way, shape, or form. I do believe in 4-hour blocks. You post, you want to respond to the comments you get in the first 30 to 60 minutes. Then you take a 4-hour break, go back and bulk respond. Take a 4-hour break, or you're invoicing, you're shipping, or whatever it is. But you don't need to live on your phone for this to work. You just need to find a way to be consistent. So those are some things I like to teach, because we don't like ourselves, and we feel bad when our family or whoever you're loving on in your life, is feeling a little neglected. Hey, I'm right here. Could you be here? And none of us like how that feels. We all struggle with that. And so Joyce is just so good about that. And you can follow her and see that, how she loves on people and they love on her back. And she's just sharing, she shares her Christmas with her grandson. She shares her move, and everybody's moved. So everybody can relate and empathize So it's just a matter of you sharing enough of yourself. You don't need to share everything. We all have things in our lives that not everybody needs to know. Facebook shouldn't have everything you ever do in your life on there, but definitely things that, that everybody can relate to. So it's really, really important. Miss Mary, I want to come to you. She's got some amazing style. She has some amazing Canva images and videos. She really knows how to present her product. And she just has a lot of fun with people. She's super personable. So tell us a little bit about how that's come about. Her posts are so fun on her page. They're just very eye-catching, and it's something she's developed over time, right? So tell us a little bit about that, Mary.
Right. So I've always been considered to be tech savvy, and I make all of my content, my website, I built everything from scratch. But I definitely love to make content that's going to grab the viewer's attention. It's very important that you don't just, go to, once in a while, if that's what you have to do, to each his own. But I am very, very serious about taking time to create my content, make sure it's original, and post it, because it makes a difference and it stands out. Like if you just go to Google or if you just go to groups and you just grab images, number one, Facebook knows how to track images, and after a while they will consider things to be spam once you keep resharing an image over and over again. So for me, it's non-negotiable. I love to make my own content, and that you can tell your original story through your content. You can share your products through your content. You can get the viewers talking through your content. You can really just grow your brand. It's very important, if you have a boutique, to constantly expand and add new products, not just things that you like, right? Sometimes it's easy to get stuck into that. So you definitely want to make sure that you are taking a survey of who's around you, who actually engages with you. Go to their page, check out their styles, add some stuff that it reminds you of people, and you can actually send it to them like, hey, this reminded me of you. You just never really know. So back to just creating your own content, I feel like it's very important to make your brand stand out and to become your own brand. Once you decide to own the boutique, it's very important. It's very important to become your own brand. You're muted.
I'm muting so that there's not an echo and I forget. Right. I love your aqua and gold. She has a really pretty logo. It's really fun.
Thank you.
It's just so, so cool. So I know we're building Mary's ManyChat right now. So let me tell you just a little bit about what ManyChat is. So it's MANY. So many, much, many chat. It's all one word. And what ManyChat does, if you've ever watched my lives, sometimes you'll get a reminder, a text message that says, hey, come join us, I'm live. And so we use it for a couple things. We use it when there's new products they have and they can just go on the page and shop them. We send it out when they're live. We use it for lots of different things. It can talk to people while they're live. Like when you comment #holiday right now, it's going to get you their links in a message. And so you can talk to people while you're live. Yes. It's real helpful for connecting with people, and that's really fun. And so there's all sorts of things. You can send emails from it, text messages, Facebook messages. You can even connect it to WhatsApp now. You can connect it to Instagram. Oh, geez. There's more stuff than I totally know how to do yet. But we're using it. And one thing I want to really point out is one of the best things you can do is get strong on one platform and then repurpose your content on another. Don't be all over on 16 different platforms and not be consistent on just one. Hit and miss on lots of different places won't grow a business. You need to get solid on one and then take those same habits and go to another platform. But you do one platform time. Are there plenty of people on Facebook here to have a really good, solid income, you ladies? Give me a thumbs up. You sell lots of stuff here, right, gals? Yes. Okay. You don't need to be on 16 different platforms. Now, you can pick and choose other ones. I'm just saying there are lots of people here. Okay. So I feel like sometimes people are like, well, I'm not going to be able to do this and this, so why even try? No, really, you can do it. So we've been building Mary's Mini Chat here just in the last couple of weeks. What kind of results are you seeing from that?
Oh my, let me tell you guys. ManyChat is a game changer, and when you work with Michelle, it's different than just downloading ManyChat on your own. Trust me, I'm tech savvy. ManyChat is the one program that had me stumped. Okay, and I told Michelle, I said, listen, because we meet one-on-one every week, and I'm like, Michelle, listen, I've tried this years ago, can't figure it out. I'm very honest on what I know and I don't know. Working with Michelle, within a couple of weeks, my results as far as engagement and reach for new releases and lives has increased by 1,000%. 1,000. And Michelle didn't even realize that. 1,000%. Okay. It's a no-brainer. If you're at a point in your business where you feel like you're here and it doesn't matter how much you keep putting into it, you're just not yielding better results. We're highly and strongly suggesting to tap in with the ManyChat program. It is single-handedly one of the best investments that I've made for my business. And it doesn't matter what you know. It's not about ego, right? You have to know where your strengths are, and you have to know what your weaknesses are. If you know me, you know what I'm amazing at, and that's what I'm going to help you with, and that's what I'm going to teach you about. But, you know, Michelle, she is amazing. ManyChat is a no-brainer. So you'll notice that when you go live or when you post new releases and stuff like that, you would have so much more engagement going to your page, going to your websites. And it's kind of like having a personal assistant that works 24 hours a day. When I mean ManyChat does not stop, I have to turn my phone off, or turn the volume down, because it's non-stop. Okay, it is non-stop, and I'm just so excited because I feel like this is the one thing that my business was missing. And I tell Michelle all the time how grateful I am for that. So if you are at a point in your business where you're like, listen, I'm ready to elevate. Okay, I'm ready to elevate, and I want to focus on customer engagement, broaden my reach, get more people to my lives and to my new releases and on my site. ManyChat is where it is. Okay, you can go far organically, but Facebook and all of these programs, they are in the business of making money, and it doesn't matter if you're a $1 billion company. Advertising is essential, is a necessity, and is non-negotiable. And using these amazing tools that people build to help businesses like us thrive, I mean, it's just a no-brainer. Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have a couple of questions. Now, I'm going to just tell you, these two gals run very different business styles. Okay. Joyce is all what, unless I'm wrong. I know you started one, but I don't know how much you're using it. She's 100% on her business page. She started building a website, but I don't think you're really using it, right? You're just using your business page for the most part. Oh, let me unmute you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My bad.
That's okay. Yes, I do have a website. I just, I don't have really the time to post items on there. I kind of built it, and I put some test items on there. I just need to find somebody that can help me to continue to put items.
Yeah, so that's a challenge. So Joyce chooses to basically do all her business off her business page. Okay. Mary's the complete opposite. She loves her website. She's tech savvy. She built it herself, and she has this beautiful website. The other thing that's way different, Joyce gets all her inventory in and sends it. Mary does a mix of a thing called drop ship. If you're a boutique, just go Google that, because we are not going to teach how to drop ship, but it's something you should look up if you don't know anything about it. And then she also does some of her own shipping. There are so many different ways to do this. Okay. It depends on the product you want to carry. It depends on your, and the thing is, you don't have to be techie if you want a website, but you do need to invest then. Okay. And that's basically what Joyce is saying. There are people to hire. Okay. But both of them have success, and they're both good options. It's not one is better than the other. Okay. One of the things I'll say about selling everything off your business page is it really helps your algorithms because every claim is either on her live or a comment under the post. And that is great for algorithms. Okay. Mary, she chooses. Okay. So somebody said, should I start ManyChat from the very beginning? She got her website going. She'd kind of had a pause in between when she launched. She wasn't doing a lot of lives. And she's like, let's get this ManyChat thing going too. So it depends on the kind of person you are. Some people say, I'm going to invest a whole bunch and just get this all lined up. And when I go, it's all going. Some people take baby steps and they're like, I'm going to do some live, see how it go, work on organic engagement. Then I'm going to either do ManyChat or a website next. And then I do the other one. It depends on basically what you have to invest, both time and dollars. Okay. You have unlimited of those things. Sure, do ManyChat from the beginning. But we can help you with organic reach. Yeah, I tell people all the time, if you're under $1,000 a month, you need to do organic reach programs. You don't go add ManyChat yet. You don't have even enough people to put into ManyChat. Okay. So those kind of things are really important to understand, that these decisions are all very personal. Okay. And there's not one way to do it. What is important is these ladies are consistent. Okay. Joyce, everybody knows her live schedule and everybody knows Mary's going to post something new on her page. And we have consistent ads going for her. Okay. She's a full-time teacher and has other things going. Okay. And so they just have different lives. And that's something we can talk about. Okay. So if you've commented #holiday and you're like, Michelle, oh, wow. Okay. You've thrown a lot of stuff at us. Which ones do I need most? Message us. Say, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing it on my business page, or I have a website. This is how many viewers I have. This is how many I want to get up to. I heard about this ManyChat thing. How do I decide if this is the right time? Message us your questions and we'll have a discussion with you. Okay. So I promise we'll take care of you, but there isn't one answer for all of you. There just isn't. Okay. And that's silly to, so and the thing is, I try to have integrity in my business. I could just say, y'all need ManyChat. If you have a boutique, you need ManyChat, and I could sell your program. But I don't like to do that because I know sometimes
she's so honest. She is so honest. I love that about you.
Thank you, love. Okay. So I'm super excited. How many of you are excited? Because we have some really, really good things. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a little bit about our 2-week engagement program, because I know a lot of you today that are here. Can you comment 1ST first? 1ST if this is your first time being on a webinar with me. I love the gals who have been like, we've been on lots of webinars with Michelle and we've got our programs. You guys, thank you for being here. I love you so much. So I'd love to know how many of you is the first time being here. One of the things I'm a big believer in is that I have to gain your trust. Okay. I know that you're like, well, they got good results, but why would I? So we have this really, really fun. Oh, look at all our first timers. Melanie, Jennifer, Sandra, Nisha. Am I saying that right? I hope. So many of you. Hey guys. So we have a 2-week program that's only $19 and just shows you how much your algorithms can boost. Okay. So I'm going to share that with you. And then I'm going to let both of these gals, first of all, I'm going to give you a chance to ask questions. But Mary, I'm going to let you talk just a little bit about dropship. Joyce, I'm going to let you talk just a little bit about how you decided what products to buy, because I know these are questions y'all have. My expertise is when you get products is how to get them in front of more people. Okay. I don't want you to spend money and not get the money back and make the money. Okay. Oh, Tony, you're so sweet. So it just popped up in the comments, the link, or if you click on programs, if you put #holiday, you'll have a message from me and there'll be a thing that says programs. Okay. This is our 2-week challenge. It starts on Thursday. And because I wanted to start it before the new year. I want you to get your head in the game. I don't want the new year to come, then the weekend, then you get your kids back to school, you go back to work, and then you're like, okay, finally I'm working on this. I want you working on it this weekend. There's so many people on social media this weekend because they're home and they've been posting pictures about the holidays. I want you to maximize that, you guys. Okay. So for 14 days, first of all, the first day we start off with a Zoom. Okay. So that Zoom call is really fun because we talk about algorithms and all those kind of things. Okay. And it's going to be so fun. We're actually going to do 2 calls. I really want to accommodate. And let me fix one thing here. Okay. And so one of the things that just is so fun about this is you're going to get a video every day and you're going to get an email going, come watch your video. This will help your algorithms any place you're at, on your personal profile, in a group, or on a business page. It will help with any of those places. We're going to teach you how to get more comments. We're going to teach you how to get more viewers. I cannot tell you how many times in 14 days for $19, people got customers coming back and new customers all in 14 days. Okay, like this, the ROI, return on investment, this is crazy. Okay, so I would love, love, love for you all to join us. And my gals, I can tell you, some of them will start commenting about this, but there are so many people that take this challenge from me over and over again, not because they didn't learn it, but because they love the accountability. And every time, just like Joyce was saying, every time you take it, you apply something new and you get a little bit better at something and a little more solid. And it's just so fun. So I have people who love this challenge so much and they take it multiple times with me because it's fun and you get to come talk with me on Zoom. We'll have a kickoff call on Thursday, both a daytime and an evening one. And then we'll have one halfway through and we'll have a wrap up one at the end of the 2 weeks. Okay. Thank you, Miss Sidred. Sidred's going to kind of be our, she's going to be my assistant with this one. Sidred has taken this and told her team they were taking it. So you can take this link, you can share it with anybody. And this is so much fun, you guys. Okay. So click that link, get signed up. We're going to have a blast. We're going to have so much fun, but it was really cool. Sidred will tell you her live numbers went from 8 to over 25 in just a matter of 10 to 14 days. Okay. It is very, very, very cool what you can do with this. All right. Algorithms are super, super important. So click on that and get signed up. We're going to have some fun. Now go ahead and let us know any questions you have. Mary, go ahead and tell them a little bit about what dropship is and how you kind of vary how much you ship versus how much you have somebody else ship.
Yay. So when I launched my boutique, there were a lot of people that had inquiries about how I did it. And I do offer a program to help people launch their boutiques. But what I found that worked for me was having a hybrid model. I call it a hybrid model because in order for me to bring the high quality products to my customer and to keep them coming in daily. So I have new arrivals coming in once or twice a day. So sometimes in the morning and evening, sometimes just in the evening. And in order for me to do that, I cannot just store everything in my home or, in my office space. And it's one of those things where you want it to be a financially sound investment. You don't want to have to always put out and then wait to get back, because you will notice that you can go down a vicious spiral really, really quickly if you don't get a hold of it. So I use a hybrid model. Drop shipping is where you partner with different wholesalers or distributors and manufacturers, and you find amazing products that you want, and they store them for you. And when your customers place orders, they will fulfill the order for you. I sample everything I sell. Okay, so there's nothing on my site where I haven't sampled myself. If you've been following my journey from the beginning, I launched in June, and in July I hopped on an airplane to LA to meet with vendors in person, to meet with wholesalers and manufacturers, to tour their warehouses, and to see the products in person, because I do not want my customers to be disappointed. So any company or manufacturer that I decide to partner with, rest assured that you're getting an amazing product, an amazing quality. And there are many things that I keep physically in my location and fulfill myself. But in order for me to bring the best value to my customers and to keep expanding, I use a hybrid model, and it's amazing. And I love it.
And that's the thing. There's not one way to do it. There's just not. There's not one way to do it. Joyce, what are your thoughts? Like, what are some things that have worked for you? You don't need to necessarily name websites, but how have you kind of decided which vendors to work with? What are just some tips to keep people like maybe getting the best price, getting products that are good quality? Any thoughts there?
Yeah. So I don't know why my volume is kind of walked out here. So can you hear me? Okay. When I first started, I wasn't sure where to find the jewelry at. So I just Googled wholesale jewelry, and I think the top 20, out of the top 20, there were 3 of them there that I went and researched, and then that's how I started ordering, and that's why I started just with the jewelry. So I've evolved now to where I have about 15 different vendors that I buy from. Some of it have a couple of the programs work like an Amazon type thing where they have like these vendors that sell, and you might get you get the items from the Amazon style vendor, or you'll get them from each individual vendor. So I get like a small package, I'll get a big package. It just depends on what I've ordered. And so I do order. I have about 5 regular vendors that I order from. My totes of cosmetic bags, primarily I order them from a place in Texas. And then a lot of my jewelry does come from China or France or Canada or even Russia. Some of it might take only a week to come, and some of it might take 3 months to come. It just depends. So I kind of know what that routine is. Now, I do buy all of my items. I carry all my product. I have here in my jewelry room and now in my garage. And I have I use a program called Pirate Ship to ship because it has discount shipping. It's like they have a bulk price shipping that they have a discounted shipping with USPS. If I went directly to the counter at the U.S. Postal Service, I'm going to pay the rack price. I get the discounted price with Pirate Ship. You can use a program through PayPal. I invoice through PayPal. I invoice once a week, and I ship as soon as people pay, pretty much. And Pirate Ship has such a discounted price; it's just insane from what you pay over the counter. I found that out about a year too late. But when I was doing paparazzi, and then I was able to save a lot of money on postage. So we have it down to a science where my business actually works really well. My invoice day is now on Thursdays. It used to be Fridays. So my invoice day is on Thursday. I invoice. My mom packages the product as I'm invoicing. So we're done. We're done in about 4 to 7 hours. We work just like clockwork all day. About halfway in between, I'll stop and I'll put postage on those packages that are paid. My mail lady comes straight to my door to pick up my packages, and then I continue to invoice. And so then my people have a couple of days to pay, and then I ship as once a day as they pay. So it's a very simple process that we've created. I've considered going with another program like Comment Sold or something like that, but it would be much more time consuming for me to do that than it is the way we have it. It works out really well for us.
So the point is here, ladies and gentlemen, not sure where we're getting back feed, but no big deal. You guys, you can do so many, there's lots of options. Okay. There's lots of ways to do this. And, like, for example, Mary lives in New York, and I'm just going to take an educated guess that you don't have a large living area, right? So, whereas Joyce has a garage and lives, in California is kind of expensive. It was easier when she lived in Arizona, but she still has storage space. Okay. And so that's the thing. What I want you to know, okay, anything else today, okay, is if this is something you're doing and you want more success or you've thought about doing, no matter what your situation is, there is a solution, okay? When you choose to say, I'm going to find the solution, and, I always say, Google that stuff. There's almost anything you can Google. Like I said, Joyce just went on and wholesale, whatever it is you want to sell. There's so much you can Google and try things. Don't order large amounts, like test things out or find out if somebody else has ordered from them. One thing, a couple questions for you. I have considered doing a group just for boutiques. A lot of stuff I talk about in my other paid group is for people in direct sales, MLM. I work with people in all different companies. So comment group if you'd be interested in a group. I'm not going to ask these ladies to share their wholesale companies because they've done a lot of work to find those. And anyway, I just don't think that's fair. So please don't message them and ask them because they each did their own research, okay? But comment group if you'd be interested in a group for people in the boutique business. And then the other thing, if you would be interested, if you want to know, if you are a boutique or thinking about being in a boutique and you'd like to know more about ManyChat, go ahead and comment MC, actually hashtag MC, hashtag MC, and we can have a conversation with you. It's even better if you do hashtag MC. Tell me how much you're averaging in sales a month or if you're just getting started, okay? But really, you guys, there is nothing that you can't find a solution to. Like I said, and somebody was talking about, and I'm so sorry, someone was saying that their dog is sick and how do I stay engaged? You guys, they care about your dog, okay? Joyce wasn't doing quite as many lives when she was in the middle of moving and all that kind of stuff, but she kept people up to date what she was doing. And they loved on her and stayed with her. And then she got to California and she's doing lives that came right back. Part of it, go ahead and share your life. Don't only share sad things. Do share some of it for sure. But when you've had, a nice meal with somebody, when you've read something inspirational, when somebody's inspired you, and you still should be posting your products, even when you have someone in your life or a pet or, whatever it is that you're loving on, there's still those quiet times where you can still do some social media. Okay. Very seldom in our life are we in a situation where we can't get on for, 5 to 20 minutes, love on some other people, share your own stuff. And so find those quiet moments. If you're here watching, it's the same kind of thing. You'll have a quiet moment. You can post and stay engaged with people. So those are things that you absolutely can do. Okay. What was Melanie's question? Oh, do you have to be an LLC to start your own business? No, not necessarily. Nope. No, not at all. Okay. But you do want to have a business license and stuff like that, but there are different types of business licenses. Okay. All right. So, any questions for these ladies? Are both of you LLCs? Yes. Okay. So yeah, they're different, and that's an accountant question. Okay. And most accountants are kind enough, if you give them a call and just say, I'm considering having an LLC, this is what I do. What would your suggestion be? And I'm sure someone will answer those questions for you. Okay. So make sure you check in. And, if you don't know an accountant, just post on Facebook, because I'm sure you have local friends. Hey, do any of you have an accountant you like and trust that I could, give a quick phone call to? Respect their time because they'll be giving you advice, but there is a fee for doing an LLC, especially if you use an accountant. So those are, but they're just business expenses and you write it off. It's all good. Okay. Yes, Sidrid posts about her dogs all the time and her handsome husband and they have a lot of fun. All right. Any other questions? So make sure, let me pop up that link again for the challenge. seriously, guys, you will have so much fun with this challenge. On the Zoom calls, there's a lot of good chat. You get inspired by other people's ideas. You can ask us questions on the Zoom. And they're all recorded if you can't be there. It is just so much fun. So make sure you click on that. Make sure you message us and tell us a little bit about your boutique if you'd like to talk more about private coaching or ManyChat, any of those kind of things. I'm going to start with you, Joyce. Last thoughts on why invest not just in inventory, but in help in understanding social media and just basic, online marketing.
Would you repeat the question, please?
Absolutely. So tell us your thoughts on why you shouldn't just invest in inventory, but also invest in learning how to market on social media.
Yes. Learning how to market on social media is what built my business. Like I said earlier, I have taken, I think, every single, maybe except for one, every single course that Michelle has had, including the ManyChat, Social Media 101, engagements. Actually, she gives you free items. She'll, goodies or Revolution. You get the goodies. You get some free engagement items. You could post ideas. You could post. So my business wouldn't be what it is today if I didn't take all those classes that I took with Michelle. And I say this a lot when I'm watching her and she's doing other lives that she does about, like, she has these little freebie classes that you can take if you're part of her membership. In her membership group, you go into our membership group if you sign up for classes. I am going to take this engagement class, by the way, because I do need to get back. I do need to get back into the routine again now that I've moved and I'm fairly settled. I have to say that if it wasn't for my business, if it wasn't for taking all of these classes, there's no way I would be where I am with my business, and I wouldn't have the confidence. I do want to say something else too, is when you are posting on your, keep in mind, if you have your business that's only on your personal timeline, make sure that all of your posts are positive. Don't post any complaining and whining and crying and a whole lot of foul language all the time. There's some very unprofessional posts that go on your personal profile. Obviously, you don't want to post anything negative on your business page. You want everything to be positive and uplifting. People want to know you. They want to be a friend to you. I mean, this is the reason why I really started the whole business, is to have a circle of friends, and I have made a lot of lifelong friends doing my businesses. And pets and family, they want to know about you in your posts. So when you do engagement posts, it's great to have Michelle's engagement items that she sends you, provide you, but you don't have to just use those. It's like she told me, take a picture of yourself with your grandson and post that. So people do follow me. They love watching because they knew when my granddaughter got pregnant the first time, and now she's going to have a little girl in March. So they follow you. They want to know about you too. So it's not just a business, it's also personal. When you come to social media, it has to be social. Regardless of whether it is a business, you do have to stay social. So people really want to know you and who you are. Not overwhelmingly so. I mean, they could say, I want to see fewer of these posts. Well, that's fine, but they're still going to get notification of my lives if they don't want to see about my family posts. I don't really post a whole lot of it, except for I was trying to keep everybody engaged when I was moving and not live for a couple of weeks. I was trying to keep
you have a good balance. You have a very good balance.
Engagement is key. It's number one. And If you don't know how to do it, then you do have to learn how, and the only way you're going to do that, and the best way that I have found, as I said, is with Michelle.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much. On that note, I'm going to give you the floor in just a hot second, Mary. I had the question, is an app better than going live to move products? Okay. Now, I know people that use their apps, but they usually go live in addition to posting products. I'm a guru at helping you build your business on a Facebook platform. That is my niche. That's what I know how to do. Apps, you don't have an algorithm. You can't share from the app. You can't, half of how you find new customers, not the only way, but part of how you find new customers is when people share for you. So I have worked with several people, went to the app, and then their Facebook page engagement died because they had everybody on the app, and then they're not finding new customers. And so there are pros and cons to it. You've got to know how to keep your Facebook algorithms up if you're going to choose to use an app. So I guess technically I'm not a huge app fan. Now, I have seen people have success with the app, but I think it is challenging to find new customers with it. If you have a really solid customer base and then you go that way and then you stay in front of your customers, that is one way to do it. But I'm a Facebook expert, okay? And so it's another way to do it. Just like I've said, these two gals do their businesses very different. But at the same time, we use ManyChat for both of them, and we use engagement for both of them, and those kind of things. I feel like the best thing is to build your audience as big as you can using Facebook and not use the app. And then if you decide to use the app later because your audience is big enough, then you can. But I definitely wouldn't start with it. So that's my 2 cents. Somebody else may have had a different experience and they know how to do that, but that's not the way I teach. Okay, so I don't want to say it's impossible. Somebody else probably has, but it's not how I teach. It's not what I do. So just so you know. But it's a really good question. Really, really good question. But just realize your Facebook algorithms will go down as you're sending people to the app instead of your page. So just something to note. Mary, your thoughts on why invest in learning marketing for social media?
It's a no-brainer. I always say if you want to be $1 million brand, you have to have $1 million habits. Even Nike works with consultants to help them in different areas. They might know how to design sneakers, but they don't know how to market it. They don't know how to get it in front of the right demographics. So they have teams for that. You have to build your team. If you're in business, you need a business coach, right? Even business coaches have coaches, right? At some point, even if it's not forever, when you partner with the right people, you work together to close the gaps. And all it's going to do is help your business. It's the best investment possible. The best gift someone can tell you is, let me teach you something that I'm great at. Okay? Let me teach you something that I'm great at. You know how many times people would post something like, listen, I can show you how to do this. And people will ignore it and wonder why their business is where it is, right? And you'll take that same amount of money and go out with your friends or party or do whatever instead of making smart investments. It's a smart investment that's going to bring you back unlimited returns. If you do the work, you will see results. And comparison is a thief of joy. So don't think because somebody else might have 20,000 followers and when they hit the live button they get 400 viewers and you only have 10 people when you live, right? You want to look at your rate of increase, right? When you start working with someone, you want to say, you know what, I have 5 people, but now I have 7 or now I have 10. I doubled my viewers, right? You got to stop. Don't compare yourself, right? Celebrate yourself for where you at and acknowledge when you are growing. Growth looks different from everyone. And when you start a business, we all have different goals. For some people, this is their sole income, right? So they have 5 days a week to go live every day. For someone like me, I have a career. I have 3 children. I'm married. I have multiple investments that I make outside of retail. And then I have an amazing boutique that I built from scratch. So definitely, it's a no-brainer. If you're missing engagement, if you can use more customers, if you are looking to increase your sales, the engagement bootcamp is a great place to start. But if you feel like you're experiencing a need for more, do engagement. Okay, the challenge is affordable, and then contact for the ManyChat. It's an amazing program. So I'm so grateful for Michelle. I have an amazing team of support, and like I said, I help others too. But I know what my strengths are. So Michelle is helping me close the gaps and helping me to take my business to the next level.
Whoop. I love your mindset so much.
Thank you.
She doesn't get scared about investments. And I tell people all the time, I can't out-train your fear. No matter how many tools I give you, no matter how much I teach you about algorithms, all those things, if in the back of your head you're thinking, it's not going to work for me.
Right.
Okay. And we all have those little thoughts sneak up. Okay. I'll tell you that. We all have, but you have to know this worked for other people. Why shouldn't it work for me? There's no, Facebook doesn't hate anybody. They don't have a soul. Okay. That doesn't hate anybody. Anyone can increase their algorithms. Anyone can learn how to do this, but it does take consistency. It does take patience. It does take, oh, that didn't work. Okay, what will I do different next time? Okay, it's not always going to work everything that you do, but you'll learn from it. You will definitely learn from it. Okay, the algorithm challenge is a 14-day challenge where we have a couple Zoom calls, but every day I will post a video and you're going to get an email that says, hey, your video has been posted. Go watch it. And there'll be an action to do every day. And people that have taken our challenge have seen customers come back and new customers all within about 10 to 14 days. It's amazing. It can help you on your personal profile, your business page, or your group, and will give you lots of tips that will help you with your algorithms. We're going to touch on stories, on posts, and even just a little bit on reels. It's not a reels training, but we will touch on why you might want to try it and easy ways to do it. And so it's only $19. So the link has been popped up a couple times. I can pop that up one more time. I know my gal Sidra that's here. She's taken the class from me several times and has all her team take it with her. And she's had some really good results from it. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So I'm super, super, super excited for you guys, whether you have a boutique or you're just researching it. You guys, the sky is the limit. And somebody asked about rebranding. Mary's business page she has now was something else, and she renamed it. And I know how to get back in front of the customers that you had with a new name or branding. And so she's got back in front of old people and found new customers, right, Mary? Absolutely. So I don't know exactly what you mean by rebranding. That can mean a lot of things. That's kind of a broad statement, but send us a message because I kind of feel like, I mean, Mary, I wouldn't say I'm a logo expert or anything like that, but if you've renamed your business and you're trying to get back in front of people, I feel like I could do that if that's what your definition of rebranding is. Okay.
Absolutely.
So just to let you know, there was a question. How long have you both been in business? I'm going to unmute. I'm going to mute you for a second, Mary. I'm going to let Joyce answer and then come back to you. Okay, love? Go ahead, Ms. Joyce.
I've actually been selling for about 5 years because I started with paparazzi. I was with paparazzi almost 3 years, and I've been doing this almost 2 years. So I've been selling only 5 years. I'm an accountant by trade. I retired from being a CFO for 30-something years, and that's when I started the paparazzi, was to kind of, because I started my own accounting business, and that's kind of what I do. I do both. So I've only been selling 5 years.
Love it. Awesome. All right, Miss Mary, tell me a little bit about your experience.
Yes, so I started with my own retail boutique in around 2016, 2017. And then I explored different opportunities, and I am back with my boutique, and I'm so happy. I'm so excited about it, and it's absolutely amazing.
Super fun. Okay. You guys, really, these are all skills you can learn, okay? From where you're going to sell it, to what you're going to sell, to marketing it, to taking good care of your customers, to how you're going to ship it. And there's options. And we're super excited for you, okay? The sky really is the limit, and there's so much you can do. So I really hope that you take that algorithm challenge. No matter how much you're doing in sales, I've hardly ever had anyone that didn't learn something from it and went, oh, sometimes it's like, oh, that's why when I do this, that works.
Right.
Or sometimes it is, oh, that's why when I do this, that didn't work. Everybody learns from it, whether they were doing $10,000 in sales a month or they're doing $500 in sales a month. It's kind of fun to see what happens. One thing I want to chime on, I really appreciated Joyce's thoughts on your post being professional and positive. There's one thing to say, man, this hard thing's happening. I need your prayers, but that's still eliciting positive energy. We're not saying never say that something's not hard, but there's a huge difference between complaining and just venting and then also, instead of just saying, hey, man, this is hard today, but limit how much you do that to a certain extent. Okay. I try to laugh at myself. I still remember one time, they were so sweet. My daughter was getting her appendix out and she was just young. She was 10, your mom, and, like most of the time everything works out fine, but, and I just said, I'm so grateful I can be there with her. I have insurance. I live in a country that we have good medical care. I'm so grateful, want her to be okay. And everybody, I didn't even elicit prayers, and lots of people just commented prayers. So there's always a way to put out there, I just need some good vibes from people without it being negative, and definitely with using good language. So that's my story. Anyway, do you second that, Joyce? So there's lots of different ways to do that. Neither of these, you guys don't have storefronts, right?
Not yet.
I do have clients
Working
that have
on it.
storefronts. You're working on it?
Yes.
Cool. I do have clients that have storefronts, but these two gals don't happen to. So Loretta, what you're going to do, the challenge, you click on this link and you buy the $19 challenge. You're going to get an email, okay? In that email, you're going to have what's called a magic link. Now, there's not anything there yet because the first video will be on Thursday. We'll have your Zoom, but we'll send you some emails to remind you to come join. And so you're going to get an email. We'll also send you a couple text reminders. And we actually send you 3 emails the very first day because every now and then they go to spam. If you don't see the email and you've checked your spam folder, please send us a message. Every now and then one of you have got a typo, and the typo makes it because, of course, you won't get the email. So if you've bought it and you don't receive that, but please check your spam folder first because unfortunately we can't control Gmail, Yahoo. Sometimes things go there. And then every day you're going to get an email from us and there'll be a new video. It's in this thing called Experienceify, and you go in and you watch the video and you check it off and you get a badge. You go, wow. And it's gamified anyway. You get points and it's really fun. It's super, super fun. So make sure you get signed up for that because we're going to have a blast. And really, it doesn't matter what you're selling. If you're selling anything and using social media, this is going to give you some new skills and some aha moments and some new ideas that will be very beneficial. It'll be a blast. Okay. Any last questions? Can you all, Joyce and Mary, thank you for your time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you all have done #holiday and click on guest. You'll be able to click on each of their names and go to their business pages. Awesome. Go check out their amazing inventory. Do a little shopping for yourself. You just shop for everybody else for Christmas. Get yourself something nice. Okay.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, go check out their websites. Please tell them a big thank you. Big thank you in the comments. Okay.
I'm so happy to be here, guys.
So fun. Oh, Loretta girl, get on there. You can post pictures of inventory. They love to see your face when you've been sick. You can totally do that. Yes, we are going to have a blast. The challenge will be so fun, Crystal. Come join us, girl. Okay. If you hadn't yet, comment hashtag MC with how much you're doing in sales. If you're interested in ManyChat, all sorts of fun things. Any last questions? Any last thoughts from either of you ladies? Things you'd like to share?
Just have faith in yourself. Don't let doubt stop you. You have to really put in the work to see the results, but just make sure you're working smarter, acknowledging your strengths, and working with the right people to help elevate your business. So that's my recommendation to anyone who's watching.
I love it. Have faith in yourself, you guys. Joyce, your last thoughts?
I know that a lot of people probably have a lot of questions about, this is, I know that I can Google this to find product and whatnot, but to actually start a business, they probably have a lot of questions. Like you said earlier, find an accountant. I am an accountant. I did all of my own stuff myself, but you do have to have things like a business license, a resale certificate. You've got to pay in sales tax. You've got, there's a whole lot of things that you do need to do. And you can Google all of that too. When you Google, how to start my own business, it'll give you a whole list of things that you checklists that you can do. So that's the biggest question that I get from ladies that are my customers that started boutiques, is how do I get started in that area? So that's just kind of what, I've done a live on my business page a while back, and telling my ladies what they need to do to start their own boutique if they wanted to. Because I do have a lot of ladies that were also in paparazzi that have started a boutique or just wanted to start a boutique. So you can do it. You can really do it, but you do need help along the way. I'm going to tell you that right now. I am a successful businesswoman, accountant, and I needed help. And you are going to need help along the way. And I have found that Michelle's classes are very reasonable, and you need to make sure you finish her classes and do exactly what they want you to do in their instructions. Attend the lives, do the homework. It's very, very important if you want to be successful. So that's all I have.
Thank you so much. Ladies, I love your hearts. I love your grit. I love your tenacity. I love how much you take good care of your customers. I love your brilliant ideas. I love that you've taken a risk and made your own thing. I just think you're awesome. So thank you for being here. Ladies, you all have your own gifts, just like these two ladies do. Okay. Joyce doesn't love tech, and Mary absolutely loves tech. Joyce is very, I have a degree in economics. I'm a little bit of a nerd. Joyce and I kind of like share that, we're a little nerdy, and Mary's just, she's got the fashions. You all have gifts. You don't have to have all the skills, all the talent. You just need to hook up with other people who do have those things that, you could try to learn everything, and it's not that you can't learn everything and anything you want. It's just that it's time consuming. It's time that you could be making money. So you spend $1 to make 10, 100, $1,000, because it saved time. Time is money, you guys. It's really important to understand time is money. So let us help you with some things, because we have had success and made mistakes to help you save time on making mistakes. And we'd love to work with you. So here's the link one more time. Be sure and get signed up for the challenge. Message us if you have a boutique and you're curious about private coaching or ManyChat, and we're going to have a blast. And thank you. Thank you for joining us. It was really fun to see how many of you were here for the first time. Really loved it. Thank you. We're definitely going to consider doing more boutique specific webinars and share some more information. So thank you, y'all. Remember, there's always someone waiting to meet you. There are people who need you, okay?
Yeah.
Remember that. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Joyce.
You're so
Bye,
welcome.
friends. Thanks
Bye,
so much.
Joyce. Bye, Michelle.
Ciao.